Hola amigos, bienvenidos a su canal GamerFit. Quien te habla hoy, Carleto. Continuamos con el evento de PC para esta mitad de año de juegos. El PC Gaming Show 2022. Y vamos a continuar con nuestra tercera parte del video. Estamos viendo un poco de un juego que rememora mucho a GoldenEye. Agente 64. Se pueden crear las campañas personalizadas y compartirlas. Agente 64, la espira nunca muere. Es interesante. Y el demo está ahora en Steam.
Sarah? Ryan? This is Kathy. Can you hear me? Please come in.
Mission Opera has only one objective. Bring the Arks and their revolutionary technology back home.
Here we go, Opera Team. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step.
I need to know that when we get there...
El juego del espacio que se ve increíble, al parecer es en Marte.
We can do this. What do you expect to find on Mars?
Deliver us to Mars. Deliver us Mars. Traduce algo así como de, déjanos en Marte. Sale el 27 de septiembre.
Hi, my name's Elise Chappell, and I play Kathy Johansson in the out-of-this-world sci-fi epic Deliver Us Mars. Join Kathy and the crew of the Zephyr on an unmissable adventure as they journey to the Red Planet to recover technology vital to the survival of Earth and humankind. Deliver Us Mars is set to land on September 27th and is available to pre-order now on PlayStation, Xbox, Steam, and the Epic Games Store.
Pues ahí en las tiendas de Epic y Steam también.
And listen. To this list of games still to come, the team behind Half-Life Alyx Levitation will put their mod where their mouth is, and then it's paradox time. Not as in us creating an actual time paradox, we're going to show you the latest from Victoria 3. Plus, you can literally scare your entire butt off with the creeping horror of Gloomwood. All this and more in just a moment, but first, a final pop quiz for all you Valorant, CSGO and League of Legends players. How much has esports revenue increased since 2016? Compass Data Centers wants to hear your guess, and you can scan this QR code on the screen for a chance to win a $500 Razer gift card. Visit gaming.compassdatacenters.com to enter. Alright, and now, back to the show.
Up next, we're going to take a look at Stormgate, the highly anticipated real-time strategy game from Frost Giant. Then, our resident RTS addict is going to sit down with some of the game developers to ask the hard-hitting questions like, when can we play this already?
Gigante Congelado Studios. De formadores desarrolladores de StarCraft y Warcraft.
2 years ago, the team assembled with a shared vision to build a brand new real-time strategy game. Together, we've been fortunate to work on some of the greatest RTS games of all time, and now we have a chance to do it again by creating the next evolution of that legacy. Today, we are so excited to share our first glimpse of Stormgate,
Solo es muy
an exclusive
interesante.
sneak peek into the universe and game that we've been creating for you. Stormgate takes place in an all-new post-apocalyptic setting where science fiction and fantasy collide. Our story begins hundreds of years in Earth's future, following the near extinction of humanity. This great calamity was caused by the Infernal Host, a playable alien race of demonic invaders that are hell-bent on claiming this planet as their own. With our story, we are creating an ever-expanding game universe, told through an ongoing series of campaign missions that you can play solo or cooperatively. New chapters will come out regularly, along with new units, maps, modes, and plenty of other surprises. In addition to campaign missions, we're building a world-class competitive experience with grassroots and professional tournaments accessible from directly within the game. There will be different leagues suitable for all levels of experience. In our new 3-player co-op versus AI mode, you'll level up your heroes, collect rewards, and customize your forces to open up new styles of gameplay and long-term variety. Stormgate will be free to play, but not pay to
Va a ser
win,
gratuito
and
este
there
juego
will be
que
no
promete
hidden
mucho.
fees. Beta testing starts next
Para
year, and you can sign
NFTs.
up now to reserve your place in line at playstormgate.com.
PlayStormgate.com. Promete este juego.
You might happen to know that I'm a huge fan of real-time strategy games. StarCraft is my favorite game. I've played it for 25 years. I still play it, and that's why I am so thrilled today to be talking to Frost Giant Studios. They're a group of amazing developers who have worked on literally my favorite games of all time. And we're here to talk about their brand new, free-to-play, real-time strategy game set in a post-apocalyptic Earth. It's Stormgate. And here to talk about it is the CEO and production director at Frost Giant, Tim Morton. Thanks for joining us, Tim.
Thank you so much for having me.
I want to know about the world.
Son algunos empleados, ex empleados de Blizzard seguramente.
All right, this is our first game as a new studio, and it is classic real-time strategy, but designed to be more social. We build the game in a universe that ties everything together, but provide different kinds of experiences for players who like different kinds of gameplay. So we've got cooperative campaign mode, also play open-ended co-op, but if you're somebody who really enjoys competition, we've got 1 versus 1, high skill, competitive. And those are very different ways to play in some ways, but they're also all unified by the universe, by the races, by the units. So you really get a sense for how to enjoy the game.
And I'm curious a little bit about that core gameplay, because obviously in all these modes you're going to be collecting money, building bases, building units, and so on. And I know that for you, the game feeling really good and really smooth to play is super important. Now, obviously, I come from a time where if the pathfinding is bad, we call that high skill opportunity. But I mean, how do you think about getting the controls, the motions, just the feel of the game to feel good in 2022?
Yeah, it's interesting that RTS is one of the only genres I can think of where you have to have hundreds, even thousands of units synchronized over the network and responsive in a way that high-skilled, like pro esports players feel good about playing the game. That's not easy. It does require custom technology. There's no engine that you buy off the shelf that does that for you. So we definitely started knowing that and having the benefit of our chief architect, James Anholt, who did that work previously on StarCraft 2. So we've put a lot of effort into that for sure.
And this is going to be one of the first major RTSs people are aware of that is on Unreal Engine 5. What is it like working in this next generation engine?
It's pretty incredible how far things have come from a graphics perspective, and I think the art team is unlocked in so many ways by what Unreal provides. So we're very excited. We're still learning everything that Unreal can do for us, but even that first cinematic that we debuted, like that's done in Unreal. So the high quality graphics that you're seeing are actually coming from Unreal as an engine.
So you've talked a little bit about, for new players, making the game feel a little more approachable, a little bit more streamlined, but obviously, StarCraft, real-time strategy, has this astonishingly long history as a competitive game, as an esport. And I'm curious, how is your team going to approach that?
So a lot of the emphasis around our thinking has been focused on what are things that we can add, especially around the gameplay experience. And one of those things is more seamless integration with esports. I mean, being able to sign up, participate in tournaments directly from the cloud.
Así que va a ser un juego también enfocado a los esports.
Top grandmaster, ready to take on Sarah, there's still an opportunity to be the best on your block, or the best at your company, or the best at your school. So we want to facilitate esports all the way from grassroots level up to the pro level directly in the cloud.
So, of course, in the history of RTS games, a really important component of them has always been mods. I mean, Warcraft 3, there's players that didn't even play the original game, they just did custom mode after custom mode. The story have modding, how are you thinking about the modding community?
a number of members of the Frostgiant team actually came out of the modding community. The team as a whole is very passionate about it. From the outset, we started out applying resources to build a custom editor. I think there's a lot of opportunity to make improvements to the editing experience for RTS. We are also working on the infrastructure for people to be able to share mods with each other. So it's really core to us as a team to enable modding, and we're absolutely working on it.
And of course, we have to end with my favorite question of all. When can we play the game and how do we play it?
So we are going to start our beta in 2020. We already have a site stood up at playstormgate.com to be able to register for the beta. We have a lot of active discussion topics on
Se puede jugar la beta en 2023. Hay que registrarse en la página de playstorm.com.
Tim, thank you so much for joining us again today. We just got a chance to talk about Stormgate, the upcoming free-to-play RTS from Frostgiant Studios. I'm personally super pumped to play it. And be sure to check it out at playstormgate.com. Now, Tim, I'm going to do a transition to the next game. It's going to be good. Watch this. It's going to be so sick. Next, we're going to show you Laysara, from Quite OK Games. Now, as someone who has spent a medically inadvisable amount of time playing strategy games of all sorts, this looks incredibly up my alley. And it looks a lot safer than my last attempt to create society in the mountains. 2 words and yodel. Let's check it out.
Una población que es arrasada por una avalancha. Un juego de construcción, este tipo de construcción me recuerda mucho a Age of Empires. Laysara. Juegos para los que les gustan los juegos de construcción. Aquí una aventura gráfica para ese tipo rol, exploración, gráficas un poquito antiguas, un poco de indie. Frozen Flame. Es interesante,
That
pero
was Frozen Flame, an open-world survival RPG from Dreamside Interactive, where you'll embark on a fantasy adventure in a world reshaped by the
RPG de sobrevivencia.
A land full of environmental hazards and massive monsters doesn't sound like the kind of place to build a cozy home with your friends, but instead you'll be raising fortresses and trying to tame the world, eventually grow and tough enough to tackle the citadel that looms over everything and break the curse. You'll end up in the belly of a monster. Still kind of cozy. The demo for Frozen Flame was released just before the show, so you can jump in, grab some co-op buddies, and see how long you can survive for right now. And keep an eye out for the access launch later this year.
Premier Mundial. Vemos que presentan.
If you could listen to the noise of history, then you would hear by the sounds of the Victorian age that the world changed forever.
El destino de la victoria.
The roar of engines, the bangs from new factories, and the cries in the streets calling out for
Juego
revolution.
histórico.
In Victoria 3, we simulate this era, 100 years starting in 1836, and putting in charge of a young society. You will meet the people back then, high and low, over cultures across the globe. They are the beating heart of your nation and form powerful groups with needs and desires. Listen to their calls and with influence reform.
Política.
Or turn deaf ear to protect what is proven and stable. Your politics will decide where you want to go, but your economy, how far you'll come. Taxes, production, trade, and construction. Play these cards right, and you can harness the Industrial Revolution to turn your cities into titans. This is the engine you will need on the global stage. Use pacts, threats, and bluffs to secure your place in the sun. Anything done by war can be achieved with diplomacy, but you can decide when push comes to shove. Here you write the stories, and over time, the history of your world will be carved to the map.
La historia de nuestro mundo.
What will your society be like? What is the sound that will echo over
Un
continents?
simulador de gestión histórico que promete bastante. Victoria 3. Hecho por parte que hace mucho este tipo de juegos.
That was the gameplay debut of Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive, a grand strategy game coming later this year. And let us take this moment to let you know you can wish us Victoria 3 by visiting the PC Gaming Show event page on Steam, where you'll be able to find every game featured in today's show. Type pcgamer.com/wishlist into your browser to be taken straight to there. And now on with the show.
Juego de acción, primera persona, con violencia brutal, el corte clásico, tranquilo.
What's up, PC gamers? We're back again. Now, what you just saw was everything New Blood's got going on for 2022. A Medieval to Black Labyrinth, Ultra Kill Act 2, Faith, Fallen Aces, and a brand new update for Dusk that's bringing all new HD models and weapons that nobody asked for. So we're doing it anyway. Now, last year you might have noticed we teased a bunch of games here that we weren't ready to talk about just yet. And we're still not ready to talk about those games. But I want to let you know that yes, we're still working on a top-down shooter. Yes, we're still working on a Fallout-style RPG, my dream game. And yes, we're still working on a car combat game. But we're not ready to talk about those games just yet. What I want to talk about is Gloomwood. Now, 2 years ago, y'all straight up forgot to show the Gloomwood trailer. Last year, you helped me so Gabe Newell could talk about a bunch of demos or some shit. This year, PC Gamer, you promised. You promised we would get to show Gloomwood, so I don't want to hear any bullshit. If you're on Steam Deck right now,
Steam Deck. Powerful, portable PC game.
PC Gamer, you see this puppy? I will drown this puppy. If you don't let us show Gloomwood, I will drown this adorable. I would never do that. Hi, I love you. So yeah, we good? No. Can we show Gloomwood? Are you sure? Well, all right. It's about time.
muestran otro juego, parece algo de suspenso, misterioso. Efectos.
Oh, Doctor. I had hoped for us to meet at my stay. No.
Creo que lo que es terror y horror, survival horror, creo que sobreabunda ya en PC, en enorme cantidad de estos juegos. ¿Y tú por qué fuiste solo a esa población? Esto debe ser terrorífico. ¿Cómo se llamaba esto? Perdón. Clumwood. En agosto 16 hay acceso temprano.
There's only one thing I like more than New Bloods games, and that's probably the URLs they make for them. It wouldn't be a PC gaming show without the silliest, most ridiculous website names in history. Which is why I'm delighted to share that next, we have a group of such games that run the gamut from mayhem to an adorable animal fight. And our first rule, we absolutely plan to talk about it.
Corrupted what? Why is he always doing this just when I need to showcase the game? Okay, take that. Let me try turning it off now again. Yes.
The update to System 10.1.1 will provide a clean sorting of all your files and ensure that situations like this won't ever happen.
Oh, no, nobody's updating me. That's the thing. Nope. Haha, thank you, but we'll pass. Okay, so I do have a backup of the trailer. While I go running into the bin for it, please welcome my personal assistant. That will do a great job at pitching the game for you. Talk about how cool I am in the story and how funny and witty. You know, just talk about me. Found it! Ah, ladies and gentlemen, the trailer. Okay, who had the amazing idea to save the trailer backup at 14.4 pixels? Do we have any answers working for us?
The survival of thy noble family depends on their ability to rule the city, to fight with valor, and to learn. Oh, if only it was that easy.
Uf. Parecían muñecos bastante tiernos. Tienen unas reacciones un poco extrañas estos muñecos. Llegó la pandemia y también. Asesinos. Norland.
I don't know what you're up to, Fuzzball, but back off!
Caricaturesco. Esto parece más una caricatura que un juego de Fighting Cards. Muchos juegos hoy de un corte RPG clásico. Keeper 2. El mar hundido. Actualización.
That was the latest DLC for Core Keeper, the sandbox survival sim from Fireshine Games and Bloodstorm. The Sunken Sea Biome update is available on June 15th for all Core Keeper players. Now we have even more twists, turns, and trailers, so press enter to continue. Did you press it? I'm gonna go ahead and super press it. No, but seriously, press it.
Life can be harsh everywhere, but in the old world, there was no hope of it ever improving. When our crops failed, the ruling class would still collect the same share, leaving our children to starve. And if we had any coin to our name, the taxman would be demanding it for the crown.
Juego basado en la Edad Media.
Hid behind the safety of their walls.
Castillos, príncipes y demás.
Some of us decided that it was time to leave. We'd rather take our chances in the wilderness, seeking the promise of a new land. We'd starve to death in our homeland. The journey wasn't easy. We lost many along the way. This wild, unsettled land offers us the hope of a new start as the masters of our own destiny.
El responsable de tu destino. Fuertes fronteras. Premier Mundial. A ver esto que pinta, hemos visto bastante juegos caricaturescos hoy.
What is below is destined to be understood. Our life depends on the whims of the weather. Our life is tied to this earth.
The water we harvest, the plants we grow, the air we filter. Any waste would be fatal to our survival.
We must learn to live in harmony with this world. For too long we have wandered without purpose. From now on, our
Se puede construir unas gráficas bien caricaturescas. Es un juego de estrategia más 4X.
To understand our world, we must explore it.
We must find the tablets. The seeds of knowledge that bind all the elements together.
To build our survival.
To build our city. To live happily.
Trailer.
Welcome to Icarus, Prospector. The planet we almost lost and found a reason to stay. Take it from me. This place wants you dead. But we've made progress. Learned the lay of the land. How to use Icarus to our advantage. Our friends at the UDA are offering up a slot.
Es un juego de exploración
If you learn,
tipo sandbox con acción
maybe, just
y puede ser
there's
cooperativo.
a future here. Think you got what it takes?
In the rich tapestry of the PC gaming community, modders are one of the most inspiring subcultures. In fact, some of the most popular genres today started as PC gaming mods. Right now, modders Sean FMP1 Snelling and Lado are making something incredibly special in the form of an ambitious mod for Half-Life Alyx. It's called Levitation. It's an original 4 to 5 hour campaign that builds on Valve's original VR game, Half-Life Alyx. With Alyx searching for a pair of balls gone rogue, they've discovered a strange building in Sector X and decided to investigate it, against orders, obviously, and now it's your turn. Let's go back to the world of Gordon, G-Man, and Alyx with this exclusive gameplay footage.
Alyx, according to this old resistance map, there's a control room somewhere outside the building you're in. Sorry if that's vague, the map was drawn using somebody's blood.
Shooter de primera persona. Interesante. Siempre en la cabeza. De sangre como una sangre verde, extraño. A veces se van contaminados de algo. Interesante las ambientaciones, lugares a explorar.
Alyx, I'm detecting an incredibly large energy signature up ahead. It's probably Gordon Freeman, and not anything bad at all. Definitely, probably Gordon Freeman.
Sí, es bastante interesante. Hay que esperar la realidad virtual. ser algo con eso, porque esto debe ser algo relacionado con Half-Life.
Getting kind of crowded down here, Russ. Oh, nice.
No, bonito, hágase acá. Vive conmigo. Pero no, acá está o allá. Ah, sí, entonces no. No, porque ya se va a acabar la conferencia. O ahorita yo lo llamo, que no vea eso. Es mejor que los niños no vean esto porque puede ser un poco violento y peligroso.
Que me dejaste ahí y te fuiste, ese era de disparos contra monstruos. Literalmente.
No, bueno, nos mostraron un gameplay largo, pero Half-Life Alyx, en su expansión Levitation, disponible para la tienda Steam.
Well, folks, this is the end. We've learned a lot today about ourselves, about computers, about genetically engineered space marines. And with so many games on the way, there has truly never been a better time to be part of the PC gaming community.
Over the course of the last 2 hours, we saw game developers all over the world, and we want to thank everyone who tuned in to watch the show. All the developers who shared their work with us, and of course, all the partners for their help bringing the PC gaming show to life.
Indeed, remember to tip your servers, install your firmware updates, and tell me if you know where to find a 3090 Ti. Tell me immediately. Anywhere you find one, let me know. And of course, a warm thanks to you again for joining us at this year's PC Gaming Show. It's something I look forward to every year, and we're thrilled that you joined us again. See you next time. Bye bye.
Adiós. Muy bien, amigos. Se ha acabado el PC Gaming Show. Nos ha traído en 2022 unos juegos muy interesantes. He anotado acá de todo lo que se mostró. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, más de 23, 24, 25 juegos interesantes. Los que más me llamaron la atención fueron Scorn, The Invincible, Alters, Abyssals, Skyward 2. Está muy bien. Esperamos que una entonces a Scorn, Invincible y Deliverus Mars.
5.5 GHz Core i9.
Se prometen bastante.
With 32 GB of DDR. I was doing so well.
Bien, amigos, Crossfire Legion también. Se despide de ustedes su amigo Carleto para este directo. El PC Gaming Show 2022. Es por ser el final parte. Que tengan buen día. Adiós.
It's not a heart attack, it's just a burn. Alright, I'm going to do the tape. It's gonna happen. Maybe.
I can do this, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this.
Get ready to overclock your